All right, make sure everything's going good. Okay, I think we are set. Welcome to the Wrestling Pod. I'm your host, Carlito Santiago, and today we're here to talk about what went down on Monday Night Raw when it hit the Netflix airwaves. If you guys could do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, drop a like, comment down below, and turn on those post notifications, that would be appreciative. So, we kicked off the show with an opening promo, of course. A little quick hits here. The Vision interrupted the Usos' entrance, frustrated over Austin Theory's main event loss last week. Adam Pearce also announced that Bronson Reed will compete in an Elimination Chamber qualifying match. The last one, it will be Bronson Reed that I read. I believe it is Bronson Reed, Jey Uso, and... Fuck, I forget who the last person is. Damn. Oh, El Grande Americano. El Grande Americano. Anyway, the opening segment of Monday night's show felt forced. The Vision and the Usos were basically conveniently in the same place at the same time, despite no meaningful interaction in recent weeks. Knight interrupted Pierce, talking trash on Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, and Austin Theory was fun and led to an underrated usage of a turd stain as an insult. Still, it felt like a classic pro wrestling setup rather than organic storytelling. So great to see plus, and it heads right into our first matchup. See, Reed was the star here, wiping all competition in the closing moments of the match, dominant in good, energetic opening. Braun Breaker's absent due to a hernia surgery, of course, 2PW Insider as well. Pierce also agreed to give El Grande Americano a chance to earn an Intercontinental Championship match against Dominic Mysterio later in the night. He did not reveal how or who he would face. So, a red-hot crowd hung on every moment of the night's opening bout, rooting on Knight as he found himself isolated with his partners, the World Tag Team Champions, the Usos. After several minutes on the wrong side of the ring, he created separation and tagged in Jey Uso. The action descended into chaos from there, with all 6 competitors waging war and around the ring. Now, late into the match, of course, surge from Reed, which included a top rope Saisudia to the Usos, set up a knockout punch from Paul, and of course, Tsunami from the Big Aussie for the win. The Mystery Man came out all dressed in black. Oh, Mr. Mac, dressed in black, gave a curb stomp to Paul on the announce table, and then gave a dead stare to Bronson Reed before being chased out and up the rampway. Or up the stairway, sorry. Great to be, and I thought that was right to do it that way, I guess. We got our first qualifying match, of course, from the women's. It was Bayley, it was Asuka, and it was Natty. So, also want to mention, backstage, Adam Pearce offered a contract to Obafemi, who immediately stared down Rusev. Yes, please. I find that to be a bit interesting, considering we haven't seen Rusev in a while. So, already a good setup for the first feud and a build-up to what could possibly be the IC Championship, if not, or possibly a World Champion in the late future. Who knows? 3 of the most important competitors in history of the women's division battled for an entry into the Elimination Chamber. Actually, now I shouldn't say women's. I should say, well, at this point now women. But at this point, more like Diva. Because Natalya is if you guys don't recall, Natalya is the last remaining Diva of the era. The Diva era. But a strong action-packed match saw Natty unleash her newfound aggression, while Bayley and Asuka relied on timing to counter. Late in the match, the third-generation heel delivered a German suplex to Bayley on the ring post, or the ring apron, then applied the sharpshooter to Asuka. The role model recovered, caught her with a knee to the head, delivered a Bayley-to-belly suplex to the Empress Tomorrow for a close 2 count. With Natty out of the equation, the Japanese competitor caught Bayley in the Asuka lock. Shut up. Asuka caught Bayley in the Asuka lock and forced her to submit. So, we pull up this right here. And of course, as you see, Asuka now gets into the Women's Elimination Chamber, which is nice. You see that last one, that's on there too. But we'll get to that in our main event. And great to be. Nothing to change so far. CM Punk cut a promo, but before that, Stephanie Vakir left Liv Morgan in tears after interrupting a meaningless pre-taped interview with Michael Cole. and speaking in Spanish with Dominic translating most of it. From Punk, I don't think you people would love me if I didn't do or say things that pissed people off. Perhaps. The World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk hit the ring to discuss his upcoming title defense against Finn Balor, the Elimination Chamber, and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. He said the office was not happy with him for jeopardizing the biggest WrestleMania main event ever, as Michael Cole repeatedly referred to it as on commentary, before Balor interrupted. I don't think it's honestly jeopardizing the biggest WrestleMania main event ever. You're going up against Finn Balor, who has not been taken seriously since fucking 2016, okay? Let alone been taken seriously, period, since 2016. Finn Balor was more of an NXT guy who never was taken seriously, and now WWE's deciding to take him fucking seriously because Finn Balor fucking matters at this point. And he does. He matters to the point of winning the IC Championship from Dominic Mysterio, which I have as a WrestleMania. Hold on. Pop that back up. As a WrestleMania thought, guys, right here. It's clearly, where the fuck is it? Right here. Finn Balor versus Demon Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio for the IC Championship. It's literally written on paper. You could say that maybe, Dominic cost Finn Balor at Elimination Chamber. Sure. McDonough and Dominic flanked their Judgment teammate, who claimed he was the best in the world because he learned in dojos from luchadors and New European catch wrestling. Wow. So you knew all that shit? That makes you the best in the world? I mean, clearly a good argument. I mean, you have to wrestle everywhere, not just one fucking place, to be the best in the world. Punk disagreed and again asked his Elimination Chamber opponent who he wants to be remembered as. Cole asked if it awakened something in him that had laid dormant for too long. A nice cliffhanger call by the voice of the WWE and conclusion to a segment enhanced by the World Champ's involvement. And of course, you know, Finn Balor wants to be able to do this alone and give him the best fight that they had in fucking Dublin. So, whatever. B+ for promo. Alright, this is why I don't like fucking... I don't like that shit. Getting interrupted during a stream, guys. Penta and El Grande Americano with the number one contender being for the IC Championship, which is not going to happen on, you know, WrestleMania. Corey Graves revealed that AAA airs on the WWE YouTube channel every Saturday night, which is more promotion than the show has gotten otherwise. Penta and Dominic fighting over the IC title on the road to WrestleMania in Las Vegas? WWE really is running back this year. Anyway, with a shot at Mysterio's IC title on the line, Penta squared off with El Grande Americano in the Battle of the Luchadors. Both men kicked off signature maneuvers, highlighting the intense desire to, of course, challenge for gold. Americano even kicked out of a Penta driver, a booking choice, to be sure. The original Grande Americano thwarted, of course, interference from Rayo and Bravo by pulling them under the ring, allowing Penta to deliver a springboard Mexican destroyer for the win, albeit overbooked, though. After the match, the OG attacked his imposter and nearly unmasked him, but the Los Americanos pulled their leader to safety. Now, of course, this is what's probably going to be led to at WrestleMania, which I'm not a fan of, is a mask versus mask match between both men. Of course, you can see it right there. C+. We get to our women's promo. Big time Becky Lynch and AJ Lee. See, Lee said there was a women's division before AJ Lee, and there was a women's division after AJ Lee. And that was my gift to all of you. Lee name dropped Lyra Valkyria, Bayley, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, the Kabuki Warriors as potential opponents. Every last one of them must happen now, really. So AJ hit the ring, discussed her upcoming match with Becky at the Elimination Chamber. She called out Big Time Bex, and well, she obliged. Lynch denounced the idea of Lee becoming a champion again, vowed to defeat her in Chicago at a premium live event. She dared her rival to join her in the ring, even offering her the first shot. But Lynch chickened out, leaving an arena full of fans and Memphis jeering the man. An interesting segment that did not further the feud, but also did not feel like a total waste. Either way, thanks to the content of the women's performances. So, I'm going to give it a B- simply because it wasn't really like again, right here, an interesting segment that did not further the feud and did not feel like a total waste. At the same time, it's still something, you know? It's something to hype it up. We still have one more week left, so there's a plus side to this. But for our main event, we got Javon Evans, Gunther, and Dominic Mysterio for the qualifier. So, the three wrestlers of different backgrounds competed for a spot in the Elimination Chamber. Gunther, Javon Evans, and Dominic Mysterio. When everybody thought, including myself, Gunther was going to be the man to go in there, it comes down to Javon Evans. The ring general dominated as various points, utilizing his unforgiving strikes to neutralize his opponent. See, ever resilient though, Evans found a new and creative way to fight back. Mysterio, the sneakiest of the three, grabbed the timekeeper's hammer late in the match and appeared to put it in his boot. But Gunther wasn't going to play that game. He cut that off real quick. He pulled out the hammer from his boot and held it in the air to show. And before he could do anything, Dragon Lee ran in and blasted him with the ring bell. Set in motion the finish, of course, as Dominic was going to get back into the ring, catch Evans with a 619. Instead, Evans found enough arsenal, or enough adrenaline. Sorry, arsenal. He found enough adrenaline to get back into the picture, and of course, dodge a frog splash and hit the OG cutter for the biggest victory of the Young Stars' career. And I'm not mad at that. Honestly, it was something to talk about. Javon Evans being in this is great. It gets him closer to being like an MVP in this match. Could Javon Evans be taken out by somebody? Sure, of course. Give him the whole Edge Kofi Kingston moment, right? That we haven't seen. I guess. But that also explores that Javon Evans was supposed to win originally, you know? Or Kofi was supposed to win that Elimination Chamber. That's all that it came down to. So here, it's either Javon gets taken out or he's going to show off what he's got, because Javon Evans got a lot to show. So, it's looking pretty fucking good in this case. And mind you, the predictions of how the Elimination Chamber works for me here on the podcast is, because it is 6 people, I can choose 4 and have to leave 2 out. So I have a range of predictions to make. Or if I have 1, I can just go with 1. It's simple as that. But looking at the amount of stars in this match and which one makes sense, I'm still waiting for the one person who I think is going to win the Elimination Chamber. And I want to wait until the man who I think is going to win, and the man who I believe is going to win the men's Elimination Chamber is already in. So we just got to wait until to see if it fills up more. I think Damian Priest wins his qualifying match. And then I think Bronson Reed actually wins his. Because LA Knight's in it, might as well just get Bronson Reed in there. Anyway, Javon Evans, of course, wins it, closing out Monday Night Raw with a B+. And honestly, this show was a solid B as anything. I don't even really have to read off what was there. But Punk and Balor feels like a big deal. And the most significant thing the latter has been involved in for a while. And that was emphasized in Monday's promo. Qualifying matches were fun and had surprising outcomes. And there's something going on with a box. See, Adam Pearce was given a box. I don't know when the fuck. I'm going to go back and look. The little quick hints. Adam Pearce was given a fucking box. Nobody knew what the fuck what it was about. But it's set for Elimination Chamber, so we're probably going to find out who the I think Bronson Reed gets into the Elimination Chamber, and the Masked Man is going to reveal himself through that box. Now, maybe it be... I'm hearing reports of Bad Bunny and Logan Paul bringing rumors. I don't think that's true, you know, for WrestleMania. I think they really want something to replace Rollins and Braun Breaker, something big, and I think having someone come back is going to be big. I don't know what the crate is for. It's probably got a superstar in it. Honestly, who would want to be in a crate, guys? This is the gobbledygoober shit all over again. The vision feels less important now than at any other point in existence, and everything's just not feeling right, you know, amongst what they got creatively. So this Raw was average. Honestly, it's time for SmackDown to fucking, like, you know, take lead here now. So SmackDown, Nick Aldis. Time. Check your watch, because you're on the clock. Graded a B, and honestly, a solid show that was not quite good as the last few. So hopefully they got a good go-home show. But, what did you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to turn on those bells, because you want to be notified when I'm live. So, I also went back to work today. Feel fine. Letting the finger kind of, you know, breathe a bit, but I'll be back here on Saturday for the SmackDown summary. And of course, I'll be back here next week to give you the final Raw before the Elimination Chamber. The prediction live stream will be up on Thursday, 6 p.m. Don't forget that the stream for the SmackDown before the Elimination Chamber will be on Saturday, and the review will be on Sunday. Sunday, March 1st. Yep. And you won't get another pay-per-view until WrestleMania, which will be live streaming. So I will be setting that up. Let's see. I will be setting up that live stream. What is it? April 18th and the 19th? Yeah. You guys, I will be setting up the live streams for WrestleMania a month prior. So look out for that. I'll be setting up the live streams, the watch-alongs, for both nights. We're going to be doing the same thing here, up in my room, partying, chilling, having a good time. Okay? I will see you guys on Saturday. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace.